Hello guys. Welcome one, welcome all. On this drive, it's me, Lefred Nsako, who is having you. It's here where we discuss a lot of things. We discuss politics, we discuss religious and the social issues that affects an African child, of which we are not only going to be lamenting about what happens, but we are also going to be providing solutions, alternative solutions, so that we can have a wider way of thinking and see what we can do as a people. Today, it is easy. We are not going to do a lot of lamentations, but we are going to provide tangible and progressive solutions to things that we think that they are not properly done. We have continued the thinking on behalf of our Mother Africa and thinking that we can advance in a certain way and find better solutions for the better people of Africa, to see if at a later stage and at a certain stage we can sit down and tell our children to say that this is what we had to offer and this is what we did here and there. Today we are going to answer a few questions. It is on the episode number 2 of our discussions. We are still talking about the backbone of every developing country, which is education. So now we want to do a bit of selections in the things that are in this education system that we have as African people. The first question that we must answer, it must be, who brought this education that we have? We've got this system of education that the theories were not written by Africans. These theories that we are getting right at the moment, they are things that were written by the colonizers. They brought these things and put them on the table so that us can learn these things and become the people that they wanted at that particular time. Why am I saying this? The education system that we have in Africa, it is not to produce thinkers, but it is to produce good labor force for the colonizers. You heard that right. I said it is to produce labor forces for the colonizers. We produce best employees, but not best thinkers. Do you know the reason why most of the companies that we have right at the moment, they are not owned by the local people? You see, it is very simple. Ask the owners of the Trade Kings, ask the owners of Shoprite, ask the owners of a lot of other companies, the lotion making companies, the Colgates, and these other companies that we have right at the moment in Africa. Do you know the reason why they are not owned by the African people? It is very simple. It is very simple. We don't have to beat about the bush looking for the answers that we even have ourselves. We are not equipped to become CEOs and owners of most of these companies with a very simple reason. We've got the system of education that makes us to be a certain people that is accepted by, you know, we are made to be subjects to work and subject to thinkers. You know the reason why? There is something that I learned from a greater person that I respect so much, and I always say it when I want to do something. The great man, the man from Zimbabwe, living in South Africa, or let me say, the Bishop Joshua Maponga, he said that touch your head and say, I think, I feel, then I do. So now, these are the steps that we are supposed to be following at all times when we are doing something. We are supposed to be following these steps whenever we are doing something. So there's a few questions that I want us to ask in know the reason why these things are happening in this manner. I'm going to speak like an African and at the same time as a Zambian. We have been independent for now not less than 57 years. We got independent in 1964. When you do the calculation, you're going to find that Zambia has been independent for not less than 57 years. But the question must be, do we have the medicines that are being made in Zambia? The answer is a collect no. It's a collect no. Do you know the reason why we are not making our own medicines and the vaccines? It is because the education system in the health sector, it was equipped to produce good employees and good doctors who are going to be how do they take temperature and how do they examine a person and what prescription to give to that person. It is not their fault, but it is because of the education system that is around us. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to panel beat this education system and get more into research. We've got professors and a lot of educated people at the University of Zambia. The field that as Africans we are supposed to invest a lot of money in, it is the field of research, so that we can begin to make our own things that are going to benefit us today and even the days to come. I think this is the time when Africa must know how to take care of herself and its people. We talked about let's not forget the topic that we have. The topic that we have, which is the factors and the symptoms of a developing country. So now, as we are talking about the factors and the symptoms of a developing country, we are not forgetting the fact that we've got the backbone of every developing country, which is education. So now, if we are not forgetting about education, we are supposed to select a few things that we feel like they are not comfortable and put them in a collective manner. We are talking about why has it been that we don't make our own vaccines as Africans. It is because we are not equipped with that knowledge. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to invest in the areas that we feel like these are the weak points and areas in this education system. We have been independent for now about 57 years with reference to Zambia, and I know there are many other countries that are 50 now, there are many other countries that are 40, there are many other countries that are, some of them like those that got the independence area than Zambia. There is Ghana up there, you know, there is that wind of change that came from up there. So now, these people were independent this time back, and I'm very much happy to announce that Kenya is moving in the correct direction by investing in the research fields, where people they are now thinking of what ways and means can we start making our own vaccines. These are the collective ways that we are supposed to be progressing in order for us to remain focused and developed as a people. So now we have been independent for all these years. Why don't we make our own industries that produce perfect medicines for ourselves? It is because we are not equipped enough. We don't have what it takes for us to make these things. So now, if we are not equipped enough, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to be educated on how these things are supposed to be made. But unfortunately, these things were not brought to us. You know the reason why? They wanted to produce good employees. They are employers, so they wanted to produce good employees. So the system of education that they introduced to you is quite different from the education system that they have for themselves. So now, the other thing that I want to talk about it is on the political systems that we have. We've got the political systems that do not thrive to be at those levels of having perfect education in the countries. They do not better. They will come today as a politician, he will stand on the podium and say, we are improving the University of Kenya, we are improving the University of Zambia, we are improving the University of Rwanda, whatever. In the actual sense, they take their own children to go and learn in the United States of America, in the United Kingdom. They take their children to go and learn there because of the fact that they don't have the interest. They don't have, they know that there is no credibility and there is no medicines that would come out of the local hospitals. They know that there is no proper education that comes out of the local institutions, so they don't work on bettering them because they know that they don't get anything from there. today, should we hear that one of the heads of the states in Africa is sick, he's going to lash to Paris because they were colonized by France. If it was these that were colonized by Britain, you hear that no, they are in Britain, they are getting some medicines from there. Why should it be happening in this manner? I want to hear a head of state from within Africa that he is sick, he is lashing for a specialist in South Africa. That way I would be very happy. He is sick, he is lashing for a specialist in Rwanda. He is sick, he is lashing for a specialist in Ghana. He is sick, he is lashing for a specialist in Angola. That way we are going to be moving in the correct direction, but not in the manner where we've got heads of states that still leave Africa for some medical treatments outside the continent. Why should it be in this manner? Why can we not sit down and invest in this field so that you know what is defined to be madness? It is the situation whereby you continue doing the same thing and expecting different results. You heard me right. I said that is what is defined to be madness. You are doing the same thing over and over, yet you are expecting different results. Yet you are expecting different results. That is what we call madness. Let's wake up and start thinking in these corners and points. We don't have confidence in the people that we train ourselves, and yet we say these institutions they are okay for us. We've got people that have been trained, like for instance in Zambia, the people that have been trained as a civil engineers at the highest on its tip, the highest learning institutions that we have in Zambia. They have been trained as civil engineers, yet they do not construct our own roads. Roads that we have in the country are being constructed by the AfRiCa International, a Chinese-owned company. Yet we've got people that have been trained both locally and internationally. Why can we not have these people construct our own roads after the 57 years of independence? We have not invested in them. Did we not do that? We did invest in them because we gave them the needed education in our own countries. And if not that way, you've got people that went to China to go and start civil engineering. Why can we not utilize these people that we have in the country? You know, the reason why I'm saying all these things, because if you give AfRiCa International a contract, let me tell you something that you might not be aware. One, the AfRiCa International is a Chinese-owned company, and the people that work in there, most of the supervisors, they are Chinese people. Do you know the food that they eat? They eat the food that comes from China. So if a farmer in China grows wheat, the Chinese people, they are going to buy that wheat from China. That means they have created employment for the Chinese guy who grows wheat. And they are going to get that wheat from China, bring it into Zambia. They are going to eat it from here. That means they've not created a job for a local person who is working in the field. They also don't eat fish from within Africa. They get the fish from China. That means the fisherman who is in China has been given the job from there. They do not eat noodles from Africa. They get the noodles from China. That means they are creating a noodle seller the job in China as a local company, let me say as a local country, as the people who are living within Africa. You know, all this thing, they are going to work in your country. When they are done with their works, they are going to leave. We are with all the monies that they would have accumulated from your country, and that is what we call capital flies. The capital is flying from your country to their country, yet they leave you languishing in poverty. That will make the country not to develop in the manner that it is supposed to develop, because a lot of its monies are being taken away through capital flies. When you give the local people a contract, number one, the food that they are going to be eating, it is going to be from within, because they are used to eat katapa, they are used to eat rice from within Zambia. They are used to eat noodles, they eat nshima, they eat local foods that are familiar with, and they are easily gotten from the market. So that means you are creating jobs directly to those people who are going to be working as drivers. That means, there will be money in the economy. People who are going to be working as drivers, they will be given the salaries, and they are going to support marketeers who are selling vegetables on the market. They are going to be buying meal. They are going to be buying a lot of things that they are going to be using. You are going to create jobs for both skilled and non-skilled laborers. There are going to be those who are going to be on the skilled laborers, such as when you are constructing something, you need electricians, you need bricklayers, you need a lot of skilled people. Those people, they are going to be provided with jobs, and that is going to be better. That is going to be okay for the country, and the monies that they are going to be paid, they are going to be using it locally to support these other small scale systems of businesses, of which the economy in that manner would be growing. And the other monies that are going to be taken from that, take it for instance, if I'm awarded a contract of being a civil engineer, the monies that I'm going to get from, maybe, let me say 1.5 billion, it is given to me as a contractor. I'm going to get some of those monies to share among the people that are going to be working for me, and after that, I might make another investment. Take it for instance, I open a lodge. The people who are going to be working in that lodge, they are going to be Zambians. That means I would have picked people from the streets with good results, because these days people who are found within the streets of Africa, they are people with good results. But the governments that we have, they do not service the interests of the people, they service their own interest. Getting into government has become one way of being exposed to national resources, but not to service the interest of the people. So now, if these things are happening, we are supposed to sit down and say, what are we supposed to do? We need to find plans and solutions to these problems. I just thought I could share these thoughts with you, and until we meet again, stay blessed. I love you. Thank you so much.